Hutch's old ass is back, and nobody too. And all he wants to do is go on vacation with his family. But he can't just vacation with his family, not because the job won't let him, but because of his violent nature. You know, some people are carnivores, some are herbivores. He is a beat your assivore. This movie is really fun. I think it's the perfect way to do a sequel, which continues the story and expands on the characters or story where the first one left off. After what Hutch did in the first movie, taking down the Russians and burning their money, he's in debt now to some government agency for like $30 million, which is insane. He probably should have thought about that part before he started just torching shit. So they have him going on mission after mission after mission just to pay off this debt. And I like how they showcase him going after mission after mission. It's like they showing him day after day, night after night, just going on mission after mission. And it's showing how him overworking himself in his work life is kind of destroying his personal and family life, which really makes you feel for him and his family, and you just want to go on holiday and vacation with him to get some peace for a little while before he has to go back into the chaos of killing groups of men of all races and ethnicities. He kills some Asians here, he kills some Brazilians, he kills some Russians and whites as well. He's just killing. You know who he didn't kill any blacks. You know, I thought when they showed the guys with machetes showing up, I thought it was going to be Jamaicans. I was like, oh snap, he's going to kill some Jamaicans finally. It wasn't many Jamaicans. It was so diverse in groups of men he was killing that I was really excited to see him go and kill some blacks. So you're really rooting for him on vacation to just have fun with his family and be with his family. But all it took was one employee at an arcade to smack his daughter up the head and all hell breaks loose. And I found that shit funny as hell. I found that employee smacking his daughter up the head. I actually laughed when it happened because who does that? So when Hutch loses it and ruins the family vacation, you're conflicted because you're like, no, Hutch, just let it go and be with your family. Have fun. Make memories. That's why you brought him here. Be in peace. But on the other hand, beat that nigga ass for smacking your daughter upside the head. And when he does finally get his get back and he goes and beat that guy's ass, you love it like he loves it. And you start to think to yourself, do I have problems too? Maybe. Anyways, beat that nigga's ass. You just smacking my goddamn daughter up the head and think you just about to go back to work? Hell no, you about to get this work. You ain't going back to work. Not at least for another 5 to 6 months. I'm breaking something. After beating his ass, it gets him in trouble with Colin Hanks, the white son of Tom Hanks, who plays a corrupted sheriff in this town. And Colin gives a very intimidating performance. It's different from what he usually plays, which are very timid and dorky guys. Here he's an asshole and he's very believable. I didn't know he had this type of range in his arsenal of acting abilities. He had the posture, he had the stature that made you really believe this guy means business. For once, I saw Colin Hanks as somewhat dangerous. So shout out to Mr. Colin. This time our director is Timo Tahanio. I don't know how to say that last name. It's too many J's. The director of the original movie was another name I can't say. Ilya Najshuler. He was directed Hardcore Harry. He also had a movie that came out earlier this year, Head of State, with John Cena and Idris Elba, that looks absolutely terrible. I don't think he's as good of an action director as Ilya is. I didn't really like his action style here that he has going for it. It's a little bit too chaotic, but I don't think it's bad action in any way, shape, or form. That's not what I'm saying. You know, a step down from great action is like still really good action. And that's what this is. It's just a step down from really great action scenes to really good action scenes. I think our cast here gives a good performance from Bob Odenkirk, Connie Nelson, Christopher Lloyd, John Ortiz, except for the RZA. The RZA does not give a good performance here, unfortunately. I don't know if he's gotten worse or is just more noticeable. I don't know. Sharon Stone's here too. You see her right there. She plays Ladina, you know, a drug lord who pretty much runs the town of Plummerville. At times she's a little bit too much because she's really chewing up scenery here, but she's good for the most part. They talk a lot about how dangerous of a woman she is, and you don't really see that. They just pretty much talk about it. They don't really have her do anything all that dangerous to really showcase the threat she is. You know, I mean, they have her kill some guys at the beginning of the movie, some throwaway guys at her casino that she's running, and then she kills the whole room and she tells people burn it down and kill the whole room. But you know, they don't really show her do anything personal to a character here that really showcases her threat. But anybody that the audience or people in the movie has any investment in, she doesn't touch him. But she's still fine though. She's still fine and Sharon Stone, and she still can give a good performance when you need her to. Overall, this is just a fun old man versus the world action movie. A movie your father would call you in the room to watch with him. I'm giving Nobody a 7 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Do you agree or do you disagree? If you disagree, hey man, you might as well subscribe, leave a comment, say, hey man, I disagree. I think this movie's trash, nigga. And because I say so many different opinions here that at some point we're going to agree at something. Maybe this time we didn't, but next time we could. But in order for you to know if next time we agree, what do you have to do? Thank you. Subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, well then you know what it is. You made it this far into the video. You know how we do around here. Leave a like, comment, say, man, I still love it here. And if you're new all around, again, you made it here to the end of the video. Like, subscribe, comment, say, I'm here. Just that's it. Just comment, I'm here. Thank you for watching. And as always, good and bye.